Good morning, everyone. This is M4J Watt Replays, and today we have 3 more games for you here today. This first one is Kevin65 driving the ISU-152, and he is on Oasis Palms, I do believe it's called. But he's going to have a pretty good game here, and he's just going to sit back, do the typical ISU-152 thing of sniping. And that's what you have to do in this tank. It's not an ISU-152 where you can just drive up point-blank range and derp people like in an ambush. You can't do that. You have to sit back and snipe because it's larger, it's slower, it's just a much more inviting target than the normal ISU-152. It has very good penetration, and besides that, the accuracy is also not too bad. So you're pretty much just going to want to sit at the back of the map and get some shots off at whatever you have that you can actually hit. And that it's just a sniper. And Kevin here, he's going to show us just how good it is at sniping. While the accuracy, it's not as good as some other tanks, you can still get those shots. As you can see there, he is able to get a nice armor-piercing round to the side of the enemy ISU-152, who is stupidly pushing extremely far up. He's going to go try to get a shot here on this WZ. Unfortunately, the WZ stops right when he fires, so he is unable to hit that round. But his team is losing this flank pretty badly. Hopefully, he can get a shot on this WZ. Maybe he can take him out with an armor-piercing round. He's not going to poke up, so he's going to go for an armor-piercing into the side of the Action X. Gets a nice round there into the back of his turret. There's the enemy WZ-120. Is he going to be able to get that shot off on him and take him out? He's actually going to go for the Scorpion with high explosive. Takes him out, putting it down to a 4 versus 5. So all the enemy team is over by the dunes. Nobody is pushing him. This is the ideal situation on this map when there are no lights or mediums left and they're not going to push you. And all you can do while your heavies are sitting over in the city is just sit here and snipe every target that is completely ignoring you. So he's going to load up the HE on this Pantera here. Is he going to get a shot? Unfortunately, he does not penetrate that round. Only does splash damage. But it does make that Pantera notice that there is an ISU somewhere in the back of the map, and he's trying to get away. So he loads up the HE again. Is he going to be able to get him this time? Yes, he is. 845. There goes the Pantera. It's now a 3 versus 3. There's the ISU-152. Is he going to be able... No, actually, the ML blind shots the ISU. There's the Smasher. Gets a nice high roll there. 748 into the side of that Smasher there. He's going to finish reloading. He's actually going to go for the Action X this time. Is he going to load up the HE? Yes, he is. Is he going to be able to penetrate the HE? Or actually, he's going to go switch back to armor piercing and gets a nice 629 roll into his side. Hopefully, he can be able to take out this Action X or the Smasher. Is he going to be able to take him out? Yes, he is. And now that just leaves the Smasher all alone on the enemy team. And he is up to 5,228 damage. He's not going to be able to get any more shots off. I don't believe the Smasher is going to... the Smasher is not going to die. They reached 1,000 victory points. But still, very good effective sniping there. In the ISU-152, 5,228 damage, 4 kills, and only a first-class badge. Not even an ace. Felt pretty sorry there for them. But next up, we are watching Tanks A Lot, Tanks Doom in the E75. This is probably one of the best Tier 9 heavy tanks at the moment. Definitely the best Tier 9 German heavy tank. It's got really strong armor whenever you're angling it correctly. Especially when you're in lower tiers like he is here. They just almost cannot penetrate him anywhere unless they decide to load the gold. So he's going to come around the corner here, see if he can get a shot there on the IS-5. Gets a nice 525 high roll there. And now he is going to back up on his reload. The T-32 is sticking out. I don't know what that RU-251 is doing. Definitely not a good trade there. There's the enemy VK-100. He's not going to be able to get a shot on him. And now he is going to turn his attention on the enemy Emil-1. He's definitely paying attention to the flank here. There's the T-44-100. Gets a nice shot there. And he's just going to sit here and hold this position. And the Emil's going to come around the corner here. And, again, I don't exactly know what he's doing. Just rushing across out in the open. So tanks a lot. He's going to push up here, going for that Emil. Gets a nice 504 high roll. It bounces the gold round from the Emil. And he's just going to sit here and hold this position. There are 4 tanks on the enemy team. If they all push now, they can pretty much win the game. He misses the Centurion, actually hits the VK-100 there. But if the enemy team would just simply all push at once, they might be able to win. But they have to push with their entire team. So he's just going to sit here and side scrape against this VK-100. Hopefully he can get a bounce or two. The VK actually starts shooting high explosive. He's going to turn back over to the IS-5 now that the VK is on a reload. It gets a nice track shot there. Doesn't quite penetrate that shell though. So he's going to start pushing forward. He knows this IS-5 is loading the gold, shooting those heat rounds, but he still really can't penetrate him. He's going to push up. He's going for that cupola there. The IS-5 misses. He's able to put a round through his front, putting it down to a 4 versus 4. Now it's a 3 versus 4. He's going to come around here. Hopefully he can take out this VK-100. Just needs to roll a little above average, and that is exactly what he does. There goes the VK-100. 3 versus 3. And now he's going to come up from behind and attack, see if he can get some shots on the Centurion 7-1. He does need to be careful because the Centurion can penetrate him if he had the upgraded gun. He, unfortunately, for that poor Centurion, only has the 20-pounder. And the stock turret even. So the T-92E1 goes over there, takes him out, and now he's going to start pushing this Object 704, gets a nice 575 high roll into his front, and he is paying attention to the enemy T-92E1. I don't know what his T-92E1 was doing there. Goes up right in the face of the Object 704, rams him. Fortunately, the Object 704 doesn't penetrate him with high explosive. The T-92 is able to take him out. And now he's going to come around here. Is he going to be able to get a shot on this T-92? Yes, he is. Or actually, no, he's not. Completely flubs that shot. He's going to start pushing on him. Bounces a shot there. The T-92E1 on his team is going to come around behind him. Is he going to be able to take him out with an HE round to the back? No, he's not. But that's okay because the E75 is going to take him out. But again, another very nice game there. 1,630 damage blocked, 5,017 damage inflicted, 2 kills, and a Mastery Class badge, Ace Tanker badge to go with that. And next up, my T1E6. This was pretty much, I think, maybe 30 minutes after that T7 car replay. But this one actually managed to place 3rd place in the Hall of Fame for the T1E6 in the Season 1 2020 or whatever it was. But this is going to be a very good game in the T1E6. So I've come up here, spotted 3 of the enemy tanks already. Wasn't spotted myself yet, so I'm going to push back up here and see if I can't get any shots off on the enemy team. Maybe spot them. There's the T2 medium driving across the open. I'm still not spotted. I see the Cruiser 2 there, so I'm going to push forward and go for my magazine into him. Unfortunately, we bounced the 2nd shot, so we're only able to put out 1 round into him. I'm going to push up here, see this T2 medium coming out, so we are able to get both of our rounds in him for 96, and now we're going to push back down again. And this team, for once, is actually a fairly aggressive team for the low tiers. Normally, whenever I am playing these low-tier tanks like this, my entire team is just going to sit at the back of the map and camp while I do all the work of spotting the enemy. But this team's actually being pretty aggressive, and while they weren't doing the greatest job at staying alive, they did push, and the enemy team, they're going to be the ones that are sitting back and camping. So I turn around, I notice these 2 tanks come around from the flank, so I rush through here. I don't exactly know why I'm just running all along here. I could have just stayed behind that wall and poked, but we're going to drive by, get 2 more shots into that T2 medium for 102. And now hopefully we can get behind this wall before the PZ-35T shoots us again. We get 2 rounds into him as well, and now he pulls back, not wanting to have to deal with us. So we're going to finish reloading. It's a 3 versus 6, and there is a lot of work to do. We're going to poke around the corner here and go for the lower health T2 medium. Get 2 shots into him. Hopefully we're going to come around the corner. He misses us. We take him out. We take a shot from the PZ and put a round into him. And our Cruiser 3 is able to shut down their M2 Light, making it down to a 3 versus 2. Or 3 versus 4, sorry. We come around the corner, get 2 rounds into the PZ-35T, leaving him at 3 health points, just like the T2 medium was. We're going to poke back out again and see if we can't take him out. He thinks he's hiding. Not really. we are able to take him out with our second round after immobilizing him with the first. So we're going to turn around here. We're already at 898 damage, and there are still 3 more tanks, and they're almost full health. So we're going to come up here, get 2 shots there on that, or 1 shot there on the PZ2, and now we're just going to back down and reload again. I am going to come up again, go for 2 more shots on that PZ, get a nice 103 magazine roll. He's about to be taken out. Hopefully I can reload and maybe I can get this kill before anyone else does. There he goes. And now we're going to go for a shot on the M3 Stewart, but we do bounce that one. So again, back down to reload, poking back up after we finished, get 2 more rounds into him, and now we're going to poke back down again. I'm just going to sit here, reset my camo, and then now we're going to start pushing up. So I don't see them at the moment. So I go for a blind shot there, don't hit anything, but I am able to hit the second round on the Stewart. I do take a shot from him, so I'm going to actually push up, and I'm going to side scrape a little bit. You can't really do this in light tanks, but at these low tiers, it is a possibility. Your tracks will be able to absorb those small caliber rounds, just like we did there with that Stewart. So we're going to take out this cruiser here, and now we're going to go ahead and go for that magazine reload and start pushing forward, but this dead T-186 is in my way, so we're going to have to go around him, and now we're going to go for that magazine reload. I'm really wanting to be able to come around and take out this M5 Stewart, or M3 Stewart, sorry. We're going to come up here. Are we going to be able to get this kill? That's 1, and we are able to take him out with our first round. But very, very nice game there in the T-186. 5 kills, 1,357 damage, and an Ace Tanker badge for the 3rd place in the Hall of Fame season 2020, although I think it's somewhere around 8th place now. But that is all for today, folks. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and be sure to check out some of the other videos that I've got on this channel. This is M4J Watt Replays, over and out.